everyone, welcome to Roderick, streaming from the Netherlands. And you are in the world, I'd love to hear from you. It is a gorgeous day. I'm doing this on Saturday. It's late in the afternoon, it's almost early evening. And of course, today is the beginning of Easter. And I'm walking around because it's just, the weather is too awesome to be inside. Let me know if you have any comments. I probably can read them on screen if you write. So I just wanted to do a quick video, a quick live stream, because well, we're probably all going to be very busy over the Easter weekend, and well, I have some time now, so we may as well chat. Plus, of course, I've walked for 2 hours to be able to show you this wonderful Dutch countryside. And behind me you can see the tulip fields, red tulips, or kind of a cross between pink and red. I'm standing in like wildflowers here, the yellow wildflowers. But those are not the only tulips. There are some white ones as well, but in order to show you those, I have to switch the camera to the front view. So let me do that right now. There you go, over there in the white tulips. Next to the white tulips, of course, it's all pink. And it's absolutely gorgeous in the late afternoon time. And then, of course, in the distance, you can see the modern version of what the Netherlands is super famous for. Windmills. And these are providing a portion of the country with electricity. Also, our entire public transportation system, at least the trains, are all running on energy that is generated by diesels, and we have thousands of them. This is only a very short row of them, and we have more. So this is the other camera again. The tulips are being cultivated here for just a very short time of year. It's just these few weeks. Actually, there is a huge chance that by next week, these two fields here will be all gone. Because of course we're not really called flowers. The flowers themselves are actually, and that sounds a bit weird, they're disposable, but they're here in the fields because of the bulbs, the tulip bulbs. They are harvested, so at one point they will remove all the flowers, and then they will dig up the what is it, the bulbs, don't you call them bulbs? And those are sold all over the world. That's, of course, what the Netherlands is famous for. And sometimes they will organize actually special parades, flower parades, where they will use these flowers that are not actually for grown here for to sell them in stores, but they will use all these leftover flowers and make big floats with all sorts of creations with tons and tons of flowers. But so for those of you that thought that, hey, I may visit the Netherlands sometime in May or June, and I'm going to visit the tulip fields, you're going to be too late. You'll have to come back next year, because it's only a very, very short time frame during the year. So let me know. I don't see any comments on the screen, so I'm not sure if you're commenting and this app doesn't show them, or if no one is saying anything. I hope the audio is okay. So as I said, I've been walking for 2 hours to get to this part of the country. I'm actually on it's not really an island, but this is this entire area around me has been drained. This used to be a part of the sea, and so they added sand and created this farmland in order to, you know, be able to harvest tulips and cow. Well, we're not harvesting cows, but we have cows here too. So that is very typical Dutch landscape. As you can tell, the horizon is completely straight, and here's a road. This road actually goes to the mainland. So that goes. These cars are going in the direction of where I live, the city of Amersfoort. And on the other side of the road here behind me, and it's probably very hard to see on this small phone camera, but you may see a little hint of orange. So on the other side of the road, they have orange tulips. And of course, orange is also the color of the royal family here in the Netherlands. So I guess these are being prepared for King's Day, which is going to be on April 30th. So we are a monarchy, and we have a king and a queen. And actually, they are visiting my city, the city of Amersfoort, this year. So every year they celebrate the birthday on in another part of the world. Well, part of the Netherlands. It's a very small world, and so they will be visiting the city of Amersfoort. So I guess they will need tons and tons of orange tulips, and I wouldn't be surprised if they would just use these flowers to decorate the city, because, well, otherwise they're going to throw them away anyway. So that would be a shame. So thank you to those of you that have reacted to my previous 2 videos. In case you missed it, I did a video about the Star Wars trailer, the teaser trailer, and that generated a massive amount of reactions, as you can imagine. Also lots of views, I think more than 100,000 by now. And well, of course, anytime you post something like that, you have all sorts of reactions. Most of them, like 95% of the reactions, is super positive and very genuine, and it's like, oh, it's so cool to see how excited you are. And but then you have the 5% of the haters, the strange people, the people that project all sorts of things on me because I'm a priest, because, I don't know, I'm an old guy who likes Star Wars. So I filter those comments out, but it's always a bit weird to read what people say about you without really knowing you. But anyway, I'm super glad that a lot of you enjoyed the video. Of course, it was a first reaction, so I had to, even though I was wearing headphones, I couldn't really hear the sound that clearly, because it was coming from the live stream, the live Disney stream from the Star Wars celebration, and the audio was kind of low, or perhaps it was the settings in my computer. So that's why I didn't recognize the voice of Luke Skywalker at the beginning. And then the other kind of confusion that you may see on my face when I'm hearing the cackle, the laughing of the Emperor, it's like, wait, who's laughing there? Is that it just didn't cross my mind that it could be the Emperor. Of course, now that I know it's him, I recognize it immediately, but it was so unexpected that I was genuinely, like, without a clue. Like, who's that? And then I saw Ian McDiarmid, and he said, "Roll it again." And subconsciously, I didn't even realize it at the time. I said twice, I said, "Do it, do it." So I guess I have a little bit of the Emperor in me. So anyway, that was my first reaction to the trailer, and of course I really want to record a more in-depth video about what I think is going on in this upcoming movie. I'm really taken by this theory that the rise of Skywalker is not referring to one particular person. Like, a lot of people in the comments were saying, oh, it must be Ben Solo, because of course, well, you know, he's the son of Leia, and Leia's a Skywalker, so that may be the rise of Skywalker, of Ben Skywalker. But to me, that doesn't really, I don't think that's going to happen. And a lot of other reactions are going in the direction of, you know, it's not one person. Skywalker is going to be a name for a group of people. It's going to be more like the Jedi in the past, or the Sith, and now you will have the Skywalkers. And the end, of course, of The Last Jedi kind of pointed in the directions that it doesn't really matter who you're related to. The Force is no longer restricted to people that have the right, you know, midichlorians in their blood inherited from their parents, but it's about choice, and that is very Star Warsy. You know, it's ultimately about the choices that you make, and that's why you see Ben, who is actually related to the Skywalkers, but he's not a real Skywalker because he chooses the dark side. And then you have Rey, who is not, you know, physically related, is not family of any of the Skywalkers, but she becomes a Skywalker because she acts like a true Skywalker would do. She chooses the light side. That's kind of in brief. In short, is my theory about what they're going to do. And then, of course, you've got that beautiful voiceover by Luke Skywalker saying, you know, no one is really gone. And then you hear the Emperor, which is kind of scary. But it also it's a message of life, and a message that um, life is everlasting in a way. So I was quite surprised to hear that in the trailer. So, just a few weeks before Easter. All right, and then so I'll probably record that in the next couple of weeks, or perhaps even next week if I have some time. I'm holding this on a little tripod, so my hand is. I'll just show you. I'm just holding it like this. So anyway, I have mass this evening. I think around 9 in one of my parishes, and then tomorrow I've got another mass. Then I've got the rest of the day off on Easter, and that is great because I can go for a walk. I'm training for a very big walking event in the month of July. That's 4 days of walking, and every day will be 40 kilometers. So I really need to get training every week on a consistent basis. Otherwise, that's going to be very, very difficult to accomplish. So tomorrow I'll probably also go for a walk. All right, well, I think that wraps it up for this little short live video. Hope you enjoyed this. Hope you like seeing the tulips. And the only other thing I wanted to do is to wish you all a very happy Easter, whether you are celebrating it because you're a Christian or just because you like the season of Easter and you like to have time off. Enjoy the weather if the weather is good. Enjoy other activities if the weather is terrible where you live. And I hope we will see each other after Easter very soon. So take care. Thanks for watching. God bless. I actually have no idea how to turn this off. Oh, there you go.